barbecues and just like drinking with my family. Like, I live for those nights. And there was a bunch of those in this book, so I think that's probably why, like, I gravitated it too much, so much, not to sound like an alcoholic, but obviously it was just something that, like, struck a chord with me because I do that. Also, there was, like, so many, like, coincidences, so, not to bore you guys, but my dad has another daughter who he, like, doesn't talk to, so, and I've always grown up with our dad. The Bailey in this book, it's the same thing, and my name is Bailey, so that's weird. And then there's somebody in this book with the same name as my mom, and then the person in this book with that name, her best friend is my mom's real life best friend's name, and then that person, the person with the same name as my mom, her dad's name in the book is my dad's name. So, just weird coincidences. Weird coincidences. But yeah, anyways, loved this book. Cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. So good. Okay, and then after I finished that, I started this, and I finished it last night. This one took me, like, consecutively. I didn't read for one day because I just, like, felt like shit, but I started it and then didn't read it and then picked it up and read a good chunk and then finished it the next day, which was yesterday. This is Blind Slide by Candy Steiner. Candy Steiner. So, I heard about this on a reel. I think it was a reel on Instagram from the author. She did like a, like a teaser. And I actually bought this book by accident. I put it in my cart on Amazon because I, like, wanted to buy it, and then it was in my cart when I placed my, like, actual order of stuff I actually needed, and this was in my cart and I forgot. So anyways, regardless, this was also another 5-star read. This is just like a cliche college football romance, like a fake dating. Someone on Goodreads called it a thrope, but it definitely is not. So I don't know if I'm missing something, but I also noticed that when I went on Goodreads to, like, mark it as read and give my rating, it had a number 2 next to it. But sometimes these series, like, they're like 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever, but they're not, like, they're from, like, different people's perspectives, like different love interests, if you know what I'm talking about. I think the second one, obviously this is the second one, I didn't read the first one, I didn't even know there was a first one. I mean, I read this with no issues without having read the first one. I think the first one is, like, a different football player's story with, like, his girlfriend. And I'm sure the characters in this book are mentioned in that book, but it's not like their love story, and that's what this is. Anyways, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, but, and I think that because in the epilogue of this book, it's just the point of view of the quarterback. So this is based on the safety. But essentially, this is about a guy, the safety, who his girlfriend breaks up with him, and then, so he starts fake dating this, like, other girl who is, like, a reporter for their football team, and she likes someone else, and obviously he wants to get his girlfriend back, so they, like, fake date to make the other 2 people jealous. Obviously, as these stories go, they fall in love. But yeah, this is a really, really cute little summer after